Have I got a story for you?
Like all good stories, it's filled with mistakes that I made, things that I'll change and I won't do again. So I did my shopping in town, and this is me loading the scooter to go across.
Run, Mark, run.
But the snow was getting pretty thick, and there was a serious whiteout, a major whiteout. And I had to bring a white dog across. I'm babysitting a dog, and I didn't make it all the way. Actually, I made it all the way across, but I lost the dog in the whiteout, so I had to go back out to find the dog. The lake is marked with trees all the way across, so as long as you follow the trees, you're fine. But if you move your head and look searching for the dog, you can lose where the next tree is. And you can know where one tree is, but you have no idea what direction, up or down, left or right, to go to get to the next one. That's essentially what happened to me. The snow got very thick, and I had no idea. I knew I was close to one tree, but I didn't know which way to go. And I couldn't even tell which way it was up or down, to tell you the truth. And so I decided to wait. I should have waited longer, but I waited for about 15 minutes in the fierce wind, and I know the temperature's dropping 10 degrees in the next hour, so I want to get home. But I knew where the wind was coming from, so I knew I could make a beeline, and I knew I'd hit land if I followed the wind. But the wind was changing, so I didn't hit land where I thought I would. And then, of course, I hit a big slush patch.
Get the slush over there. Got stuck right here. Left it overnight.
And then I stalled. But I knew where I was at that point because I had a bearing from the land that I was
Still
close
a horrible
to.
place to be.
And I walked the half mile back home with the barrel full of bananas so they wouldn't go bad. And I unloaded the eggs already. I left the dog food and the frozen groceries behind. Nothing that'll go bad that I can think of. But essentially, it was a long day. I'm tired. And now I'm walking against the wind, the temperature dropping, to get back to camp a half mile, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a lot when the wind is hitting you in the face. Also, I wasn't wearing long johns. I was just wearing jeans, so I wasn't very smart. But I recorded the beginning of this video just as I came in, and I was pretty tired. Lessons learned. Always wear appropriate clothing. You never know what's going to go wrong, no matter what, even if it's a hassle putting the clothes back on. 2, don't rely on your phone for navigation because it's so cold when you take gloves off to get the phone and waiting for the GPS to get signal to figure out where you are. It takes too long. Have a compass, and have a compass around your neck or handy so you can get it out and get a bearing right away with your gloves on. And also, try to leave earlier in the day. If you don't have much time left in the day, you don't have much way to adjust if something goes wrong. Anyway, that's what I learned. Now, generally you should get the scooter out of the slush as soon as possible before it turns to ice, but it was the end of the day, the sun's going down in half an hour, and temperatures are dropping down to minus 40. So I knew, forget it, I'm not going to do it tonight, I'll go back tomorrow. Lucky for me, Ben came and gave me a hand the next day. This is him jacking up the skidoo, getting it out of the ice. It was still slushy, and it was a good time to get it out, but the wind was fierce. Minus 40 was wind chill.
Snowmobile frozen in the lake. How do you unstuck it? First, you dig down to the solid ice, put a jack. You place the jack and you jack it up until it's above the slush. Then you get all the debris out from the tracks, the family affair. Then you reverse it and forward it slowly, not too much power, until the track frees itself. Back and forth, back and forth. And finally, it'll come free. Then you go get branches and put it under the skidoo so it doesn't sink back down to the water.
More cliche conclusions. Expect the unexpected. Have backup plans just in case. But most of all, I wish I just stayed in the whiteout and waited. I waited 15 minutes. I could have waited half an hour and I would have cleared and I would have been fine. But don't be impatient to keep moving. Sometimes staying where you are is the best thing to do for as long as you can.